Hi y'all! Alright, I'm gonna try and do this as quickly as possible because the story that I did, actually I'll talk about it later, took longer than I expected it to, so now the lighting sucks. Damn it, lighting! So I'm gonna just kind of go through the points I wanted to really quickly. So recently, Death Weeks. You know how I said, oh look, I have 2 weeks free? Nope, it's a lie. It is a blatant lie. I am in like the worst death week I have ever experienced. There's this history paper that's more work than all of my 5 other courses combined, which is a 20-page research paper. You have to use 10 secondary sources and 3 primary sources from the years 500 to 1500 and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but on top of that there's still a bunch of like 6-page essays and whatnot and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna be doing that for a while, which I could have been doing when I was writing this story, but I expected it to... Okay, I'll just talk about the story. Alright, you know the writing experiment I asked you guys to help me with the leave a name, genre, setting, whatever, and yeah, I liked Ricky's idea, so I did that. I was like, oh, okay, it's fine, I'm gonna do like 2 paragraphs, it's only gonna take 5 minutes. Nope, took me an hour. But yeah, it's done now. It's like, I typed it in one shot, so I don't know if it makes sense or not. I haven't even read it from start to finish yet, but we'll see. We'll see. I posted it on my blog, so you can read the whole thing. The name of the main character is called Agent L, and the setting is the city at night in the middle of winter, and the genre is mystery. And I guess I'll read a little from the beginning just to give you an idea if you want to read it or not. But like, I would like it if you guys could read it and give me some feedback, because like, it needs feedback. Alright, let's go. It was December 24th and I was huddled in my thin overjacket, much too light for this weather. The snow has stopped, but the aftertaste of frost hung in the air like chemically sweet perfume. In downtown Chicago at this time of night, this time of year, it's both dead and busy. Darkness enveloped every turn and niche, but just as there was darkness, there was always light. The name's Agent L. Don't ask me what the L stands for, even I don't know. What am I an agent of? Also confidential. The only thing I can tell you is that I need to find the files before the others do. Who are the others? Damn, you asked a lot of questions. I continued walking briskly past the illuminated neon shop signs, taking brief notice of my complexion in the reflections. What I saw did not surprise me, as I have gone days without sleep. My hair was disheveled and sticking together with sweat, and even my clothes matched the dirty, careless look I had apparently been going for. Those dark, gaunt eyes stared back at me like ghosts waiting for the opportune moment to appear and finally put an end to me. I looked away. Finally, I arrived at my destination. Past a maze of alleyways and shortcuts, the tall looming Victorian-style house of Dr. Ortega stood before me. Poison ivy and very shriveled shrubs had taken over the small plot of soil in front of the house. Even in this dim moonlight mixed with very synthetic city lights, the disrepair of this house was evident. The windows were cloudy and cracked, though still intact, and the deep henna bricks that once would have been a beautifully patterned around the house now was missing so many pieces that it reminded me of my grandfather's teeth, bless his soul. Taking a few cautious steps, I inched my way past the winter-sharpened vegetation to the grand oak door. Surely Dr. Ortega couldn't be so careless as to leave his front door open. But with just a simple turn of the knob, the heavy slab of oak opened itself up with an eerily high screech. I guess he left in more of a hurry than I assumed, I thought. Alright, okay, I'm not gonna read the whole thing because it's pretty long. Longer than I intended, but I'll post the link down below so you can read the whole thing. And the ending, I was like, but I think it makes sense. It should make sense. Okay, it's turned into more horror than mystery at the end, but just read it. Okay? Alright. Speaking of writing, I started NaNoWriMo this month, and for those of you who don't know, NaNoWriMo stands for National November Writing Month, and I actually went to a meeting with other Kingston writers recently, and that was interesting. But it was good to see a bunch of other writers in one condensed area, so that gave me a boost of inspiration. The story I did for that was not well prepared at all because, like, Ashley B told me, reminded me of it on the first day of November, and I started the day after that, but I came up with like a completely new plot and completely new characters in one afternoon because I hadn't brought any of my writing material back from back home. So I've been working on the actual logistics of the plot more than the actual writing. So I don't think I'm gonna finish, honestly, especially with the Death Week and all the other assignments. But I do intend to finish the story that I'm starting. I may not get to 50,000 words and I may not finish in November, but I want to get it done because getting things done is important to me. So yeah, for the next 2 weeks I'll be dead, and for my birthday I'm just probably gonna go out for dinner, but yeah, so I'm gonna turn 19 and be like in my room writing essays. I know how to party! Oh yes, Samantha finally got my card to her for her birthday, and I painted her a painting and it was done with watercolors, and then when I had already finished the outlines I realized that I didn't bring any of my paintbrushes, so guess what I used? Q-tips! Q-tips are actually the best things ever. Those are so versatile. Q-tips! Buy them now! Get it in stores at Walmart. Sponsor! No, but yeah, it's Samantha, you should show them in your next vlog. Cause like, I like it and you like it and it's okay, yes. Okay, I'm gonna go bury myself in more readings about Justinian and Constantinople back in the Dark Ages and the economics of blah 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 blah. Okay, see you next time, bye!